Okay, so maulan na gabi sa lahat.
Malamig na evening sa inyong lahat.
Nandito na naman po kami. So again, I'm Jim Shift.
And I am GML.
So, nanonood kayo ngayon ng GPL live.
Yes, welcome to
dito sa
GPL.
Garena PH office. So, yun nga, ang kalaban ngayon ng Team Manila Águilas is yung kanilang contender sa third spot para sa ranking sa Garena Premier League. It's a battle between Team Manila Águilas and the
Kuala Lumpur Hunters.
So, recap sa history. Okay. The Kuala Lumpur Hunters ay nanalo sa laban nila sa Team Manila Águilas. So,
sa last match.
Yes. Sa pagkakatanda ko, doon kinopya ng AP carry ng Kuala Lumpur Hunters yung build ni Kaigu na yung may warmogs na Nivea. It was shown by Team Manila Águilas before dun sa scrims nila. So, kaya siguro ayaw nila makipag-scrim sa mga kalaban nila sa GPL. So, for those na gusto makita yung stats, you could visit gpl.garena.com. Nandun lahat ng team stats as well as the player stats. With this, we'd like to thank our sponsors.
Yes. Thank you to ECS Elite Group, BenQ, Power Color, and SteelSeries Professional Gaming Gear, as well as our official venue partner, Pacific Esports.
Kung nagtataka kayo
Ako nagsabi lang.
kung bakit low-bat kami ngayon. So, sa lahat po ng nagtataka, yan. Galing po kami sa MPGL. So, yan.
Na hanggang ngayon, ongoing
pa rin siya. So, napakaraming players sa MPGL, 96 teams. So, hindi pa rin tapos. Nagsimula siya ng 8 o'clock kaninang umaga. Hanggang ngayon, mag-aalas 8 na ng gabi.
Saludo din ako sa kanila.
Hindi pa rin tapos. At yun nga, pinapasalamatan ng Team Manila Águilas ang Pacific Esports sa pagbibigay sa kanila ng panibagong signature t-shirt, personalized t-shirts. So, yan. So, medyo humihingal pa kami.
Reserve battery na.
Reserve battery na po ang gumagana dito. Pero so far, yan na po. We have both teams na nandito na sa room. And inaantay na lang natin ang official start ng game, which is 8 o'clock ng gabi. And we have Golden. Para yung lineup ng Kuala Lumpur Hunters is nandito na naman ang kanilang starting five. Si Golden, si Don Muri, si Hagane, and si Jaeyong, and si Monkeys. Okay, sa Team Manila Águilas naman,
It's still our very own starting five. Na sila Rebenga, si Kaigu, Solindra, Misery, and VYY.
Okay, so discussing yung mga champions ng Team Manila Águilas, I guess most of our players and viewers know that sa dinami-dami ng laro nila, alam na natin na Kaigu specializes in most of
AP mid.
And yun nga, napatunayan yung lakas ng pagiging AP carry niya nung ginamit niya si Casadin. 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Okay, and kita naman natin the combo of Solindra and VYY are well known for the Alistar and Graves combo
as a bot.
And yun nga, sa top naman yan ng mga flexi champions flexi players natin. Rebenga, Kenan, Vladimir, and as well as Jax. And pagdating naman sa ating jungle, Misery with
Mundo,
Nocturne Lisin, and Trundle. So ayan, nakita natin. Dito naman sa studying the lineup of the Kuala Lumpur Hunters, kilala si Monkeys sa kanyang yun nga, pareho sila ni Rebenga with mostly used champion si Kenan. Ayun nga, si Goldens naman, yan, yung Anivia niya na sobrang kumunat dahil sa warmogs na nakita niya kay Kaigu. So, and we have the Hagane and the Jaeyong combo, the traditional Nunu Kogmaw.
Nunu Kog.
Yes. So, yan, makikita po natin mamaya kung anong magiging setup nito. So, I think this would be upon talking to Team Manila Águilas, mukhang magiging fast game to.
Kasi I think yung last match din nila with Kuala Lumpur Hunters, medyo ang nangyari doon, fast push agad, tapos rekta agad.
Dire-diretso to. So, ayan, pagbalik namin, pasensya na kayo, medyo low-bat kami, pero we'll do our best para entertain kayo, and we have some tricks up our sleeves mamaya.
And a lot of announcements as well.
Okay, so sa lahat ng nasa MPGL pa, galingan nyo mga kalol natin dyan. And
Inom pa ngayong tubig, kain kayo.
konting sting pa, kaya nyo yan. Gasolina na lang yan, pare.
Dagdag kayo yung mga snack, mga
Yes.
brain food.
And,
Peanuts.
And yeah, for more information regarding what's happening in the LOL PH community, you could visit the official forums as well as the Facebook fan page, which is
www.facebook.com/lolph.
yan. So, ayan.
Ayan.
We're just waiting for, in about a minute, pupunta na tayo sa banning pick, so we'll be right back.
It's the biggest League of Legends event yet.
The best players from around the globe are competing for the biggest prize pool in the history of esports.
Announcing the Season 2 World Championship.
Riot and the entire League of Legends community have been watching Season 2 unfold, and the competition has been fierce. Early leaders like SK Gaming, CLG, TSM, and Dignitas quickly emerged, but upstarts such as MIG, World Elite, and Moscow 5 have exploded onto the scene.
Wanted to make a statement to players around the world when we committed to a multi-million-dollar prize pool. League of Legends will be an esports leader for years to come. So far, we've awarded over $1 million in prize money to teams around the globe. And one of those teams is going to walk away with the grand prize. We can't wait to see how many summoners watch the rest of this season's events. Just halfway through the season, more people are watching League of Legends than tune in to watch Major League Baseball games on ESPN.
The regional finals will come to you live from around the world. We kick off in mainland China at ChinaJoy in July, followed by Europe at Gamescom in August, North America at PAX Prime in September, Southeast Asia, Singapore and Taiwan, and wrapping up in Korea at the OnGameNet Esports Stadium. After the regional winners have been declared, the top 12 teams will then put it all on the line during the Season 2 World Championship in Los Angeles, California.
We want to show our players and the world that Riot Games is committed to elevating esports. And that's why we are raising the bar to where it belongs. This is not going to be your typical esport event. And it's all in support of the insane competition between the two best teams on the planet.
Okay, so ayan, nagbabalik na kami.
Welcome back to
Hopefully,
GPL.
nakapag 2-minute power nap ako. Okay, so ayan, nandito tayo sa banning pick. So far, wala pang pinipili ang interestingly enough. Ayun, lumabas na rin. So,
First pick for banning Casadin.
lahat ng nababan ngayon ng ano.
Binan din si Anivia.
Ayan. So, gaya ng nag-uusapan natin kanina bago mag-start, si Golden.
Si Golden,
So,
yes.
both,
as we could remember, Kuala Lumpur Hunters was known for their Anivia back then with their match with
yung kasa
Manila
din na yan,
Eagles.
tumatak naman sa ano, sa TPA yan. So,
medyo
naging
natakot
wary, yes.
ang Kuala Lumpur Hunters sa kasa din ng
So,
Pinas.
tama lang yung prediction so far. And again,
Next ban was
Eto
Twisted
na.
Fate.
so typical Twisted Fate ban, alam naman natin yung potential niyan
Madalas
for...
din ba ito ginamit ni Kaigo? Hindi naman masyado.
Nagamit ni Kaigo to once, pero yun nga, naging effective siya against I think Bangkok Titans. Pero yun nga,
Doon nila nakita. siguro.
this Twisted Fate ban is the regular ano to eh. Parang public enemy number 2 to since the first week of the GPL. So una yun kay Shen, and so yung kay Twisted Fate.
Because of his global
Yes,
ultimate.
because of the threat for same as Shen. Pero so far ito nga nakakapagtaka na wala pa ring nagbaban kay Shen, and Shen has been kept open. And the third and last ban of KLH is Graves. So both Casadin and Graves, I would understand.
Mga star players ng
Mga
star champions
ng
ng
Team
Aguilas.
Manila Aguilas. And Anivia, so far Team Manila Aguilas is more focusing on the mid. Yes.
Yes, AP carries.
Yes, mid AP carries, and hindi I guess if Don Mori would I wouldn't be surprised if Don Mori would choose Maokai na naman, and the lineup of Kenen, Nunu Kogma.
Are they going to get Shen?
Yeah. So since Shen is open, ayan.
Yun nga.
Ano man, based din sa panonood natin sa MPGL kanina.
But they could get Lee Sin, di ba?
Oo.
Eagles.
Pero yun nga, based sa wala akong laro na nakita na pag-open si Shen, walang pumipili. Promise. Na first pick. Okay. So ayan.
Or yes, Mundo, syempre.
We're seeing Rebenga stick for Misery. And we're seeing now a different AP and AD and support tandem. Kasi usually KLH is known for the Nunu Kogma combo. And right now,
It's Tariq Corky.
probably, I do not know kung anong nabago sa strategies nila since the screams of Team Manila Aguilas with regards to the other teams of the Garena Premier League, hindi na masyadong napapublic to. If ever that they have some practice matches, mostly in secrecy na to. Kanya-kanyang tago na. so far, ito nga, the Corky Tariq combo is somewhat effective, pero on my opinion, mas siguro mas okay sa akin yung Jana Corky or Corky Soraka.
Soraka.
With
I think siguro ang lane combo na dito is pag na-stun ni Tariq, magda-WE
yung machine
si
machine
Corky,
gun.
Yung,
Okay.
yung dive in.
And we are
Gatling
seeing
gun.
now
Wow, Urgot.
the Urgot. So with the mana sustain coming from Soraka as well
He
as
could
well as
easily
the
spam
heal,
his skills.
the poke potential, and especially the threat given by this combo is very good. Yun na nga lang.
I think this is the first time we're going
Yes.
to see Urgot used by View.
Yes.
Why?
And yun nga, they have with the Soraka Urgot combo, I think Team Manila Aguila has to be is planning for a really aggressive gameplay ngayon. Kasi Mundo is known for especially invasion to eh. May yung potential niya na mag-counter jungle is very high. And we're seeing now KLH is napupusuan po nila ang Draven. So sa lahat ng mga Draven players natin dyan, this is
Darius yan.
I'm sorry, Darius pala. Naglalag na yung utak ko.
Sabi ko, Draven?
Kapatid pa yan. I'm sorry, kapatid
yes,
ni Draven.
It's the brother. It's
I'll
the
make my
brother.
epic excuse. Kapatid ni Draven, si Darius. Okay. Ayun nga lang, with all things said and done, the last pick was indeed
Morgana was open nga pala.
okay.
I think medyo nag-QQ na si Kaigo dahil medyo inaasahan sana niya na makapag-Morgana siya tonight. Medyo narinig ko hanggang dito.
Tumatagos ang ano.
Siyempre kung ako din naman yun, sayang, sana sa akin na lang yung aking favorite champion.
And I have my system is
ito na lang,
lagging
ito
at
na.
the moment and we're just waiting for the last champion of Team Manila Águilas. And seeing na
Sino kaya pipiliin nila?
The
sa
lineup.
mid? Oh.
seeing the lineup, eto,
So it's going to be an AP Orgot?
hindi. Nakita kanina on the first kasi ang Team Manila Águilas ay sumali sa GPL kanina, di ba? And I saw Kaigu using
Kenan?
severe mid.
Severe mid.
Yes, pangontra kay Morgana.
Oh.
So, ito, interesting na naman to na I guess Team Manila Águilas is really planning for a fast game tonight.
Mhm.
I do not know why. So, ayan. With regards naman sa Kuala Lumpur Hunters, I guess,
Though medyo squishy yata ang
squishy ang Eagles, pero if the Kuala Lumpur Hunters is planning for a combo, if they miss one stun, if they miss the third skill of Draven, and if
Darius.
I'm sorry. Stoke pa rin ako kay Draven,
favorite
promise.
mo si Draven.
In secret, di ko talagang promise.
Pero ano siya,
And kay
tawag ko
Darius,
sa kanya.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Tawag ko kay Draven the multitasker
Okay.
eh.
So, ayan. Kung pumasok yung third skill ni Draven, kung pumasok yung
Yung
ultimate ni
Taunt
Corky with
ni Shen at
the taunt
yung
ni Shen
snare ni Morgana.
is good. But, if two or more skill shots miss, it would pose a problem para sa Kuala Lumpur Hunters. Yun lang ang opinion ko.
And I think mas maganda din yung sustain from Soraka.
And laning wise, ang ginawa ng MLE dito is contra gaming to. So kontrahan na to. So ayan,
So it's really gonna be exciting tonight.
ngayon alam niyo na kung sinong ginagamit kong champion.
Draven.
Na-stuck na ako. Okay, na-amaze lang kasi ako sa kanya yung sa ano. I know he's not that good compared to Graves and to the other ADRs. Pero natutuwa lang ako sa kanya sa first skill niya.
Well, meron siyang physical damage. So
Yes, pero yun nga. So, obvious na. Alam nyo na ang aking napupuso ang champion ngayon. So, ayan, bago we're just waiting for the game to load and binabati po namin ang lahat ng tatay.
yes.
Hindi
Good
pa namin
evening,
kinakalimutan.
fathers. Happy Father's Day.
Sa lahat ng mga tatay ng mga players natin dyan.
Hello kay Daddy Ed.
Intin-
Kay Daddy Rebenga, kay Daddy... Hindi ko alam pangalan dad niya eh. Kay Daddy Kaigo.
Kay Mr. Cristobal. Okay. Kay Mr. Hernandez. Okay.
And
Kung hindi kayo pinapayagan ng tatay nyo lumabas at hindi kayo binibigyan ng pera para punta sa computer shop, mahal pa rin kayo nun. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Pero hindi namin kayo sinasabihan na huwag kayong mag-lol. Okay. Okay, and bago pa magsimula, me and Jim Yao
yes.
will be out for the next week.
Weekend.
Dahil you do the honors.
We're going to invade Pampanga.
Okay, we're having the CM Storm League is going to Pampanga. So lahat ng Pampangueños natin yan, as well as players within the area. Wait na lang kayo na further announcements with regards to anong shop. Pero I'm sure it's 2 days of free play and come Saturday it would be
It's going to be a tournament.
The CM Storm tournament. So a lot of freebies and merchandise will be given to, syempre, sa champion.
So,
Okay.
Pampanga, get ready, okay?
And as well as next week, meron din tayo, the CM Storm League would continue sa Cavite. So, yung mga Caviteños natin dyan, antay. Ang tingin ko, it's around, I would give a clue. Dasmariñas.
Oh,
Okay.
nako. Maraming
yan.
players dun, rinig ko eh.
Yes. So, sa lahat ng Dasma players natin, next week, antayin naman kayo dyan. So, mahaba-haba tong listahan na to. Marami-rami kaming pupuntahan. And just sit back, relax. When we come back, in-game na po tayo.
Yes.
So, this is again Jim Shift.
And this is Jim, yeah?
And you're watching GPL Live. Okay, so in-game na po tayo. Hopefully, hindi sila magkamali sa nangyari kagabi kung saan, nung isang araw kung saan biglang nag-face check si Solindra at doon
ayun, na first blood.
Doon na nagsimula ang unos.
Yeah.
Okay, so far we're seeing again the strategy of Team Manila Aguilas. Paulit-ulit to sa kanilang mga
Ayan na naman
mga
po si
games.
Solindra sa kanyang
Okay.
favorite spot.
Na kalat-kalat po sila in the junctions of their jungle. So we have yet to see kung anong mangyayari dito, and so far,
We're seeing 3
Wala.
champions at the bot.
yes,
So I think they're going to aim for the first blood here.
hahabulin nila yung first blood dito.
Sang
And
taunt, sang stun.
sa lahat ng nagtataka kung bakit si Vir. Okay. Kung nanood kayo, sa mga nanonood kanina nung GPL, ginamit ito kanina ng Team Manila Aguilas nung nagmorgana rin yung kalaban. So I guess based on my observation, it has been proven effective naman with regards to yung skills ni Morgana being negated by the shield of Severe. And we have yet to see kung dito sa ligan to, kung papasok nga yung strategy to. Okay. And so far, wala pang action dito sa pre-minion spawn phase ng laban, and we're seeing that no invasions have also taken place. And ayan po, Misery starting in the Wolves, and probably would give the blue buff kay Urgot dito. So tingnan po natin kung anong mangyayari dito sa setup nilang ito. Pagpasensyaan nila ako, medyo mababa ang energy. I will still do my best para i-project lahat ng nangyayari dito. And so far, wala pang intense na action, and kinuha nga ni Mundo ang blue buff, and we're seeing Urgot.
Oh no.
The battle cast Urgot, which is only 200 RP. Okay, at ayan na po,
no.
nag-face check na naman po si Solindra. At burst damage coming from Corky, Shen, and the stun of Tarik. First blood. Napakapasensyoso ni Shen.
Si Solindra na naman yung first blood.
Si Solindra na naman ang naging suki.
Siyang type. Kasi siya yung support.
Yes.
Diba? Kaya,
Probably,
ayan, ito nakita natin na medyo mas...
ayan, I guess if Solindra would place, siguro naging ano na siya, naging kampante with regards to the
usual lady
laning.
na walang nakatago
Yes.
sa bush.
So ang inaakala nila kinukuha siguro ng KLH yung buffs sa jungle.
You think it's advisable na doon din magtago ang jungler? Di ba, tinan mo yung jungler ng Eagles, nakapag blue buff na, tapos nag-greats na, siya magsa-start pa lang sa kanyang...
Probably, yun nga, kasi diba, you're killing creeps to gain gold. So
Yeah.
kung makuha mo yung first blood, dagdag na yun eh. Eto na nga, pumasok na naman po si Solindra, at nako, critical ang kanyang buhay, at critical din ang buhay ni Corky. Pero yun nga lang,
Heal.
kabaliktaran, free hit si Tarik, at yun nga. Muntik-muntikan na naman tayo doon, and we're seeing now dito sa mid, third skill na po si Viri, ginamit po niya yung flash para makaiwas po sa skill shots ni Morgana, and we're seeing now Mundo trying to support si Vir in the mid lane. And napaka-aggressive din po ni Shen dito sa laban na ito. So, ang napaka-pasensyoso.
Ang sipag niya
Yes.
mag-gank.
Masipag niya mag-gank, sipag din niya mag-antay sa sa bush.
Ninja eh.
Yeah. The ninja is on the move. And so far, we're seeing now that Rebenga is pushing the lane. I hope that he would not.
Yeah, this time mas covered na niya yung
I hope he
kanyang
would not
lane.
overextend na in a way na kung mag-overextend man siya, sana may wards. Kasi pag masyado ka na malayo sa tower mo, it's
I
very
keep-
dangerous.
Kitag surgeon na. Ay, hindi, doctor. Ang
Okay,
bihit.
pagpasensyahan nyo na, medyo we're high.
We're a bit sabaw.
Yes. Pero the being sabaw is all worth it. Watching the MPGL, watching a lot of professional players playing.
Seeing new strategies like
Yes,
this.
agree. And so far, yan, nakaka-survive po si Severe sa mid lane. Okay. Ayan nga, with regards naman doon sa top naman, kay Darius. Yan, mahinahon na ako nagsasalita. Nag-iisip muna ako. Kay Darius and kay Kennen, I would give the lane to Kennen. Pero yun nga, he has, Rebenga should be wary. When Kennen is level 5, when Draven is level 6 kasi the ultimate is
Yeah.
painful, especially kapag may ano ka na, pag may red dots ka na all over. So their passives are both good. Pero nga lang, in my opinion, mas effective yung kay Kennen. Dito din sa bot, I would give the lane to Urgot and Soraka with the potential poke damage and the
Especially pag na-spam na ni Urgot.
and the mana sustain given by Soraka to Urgot. Matagal-tagal to. At ayan na naman, mukhang kitang-kita na
Suki si Shen sa bot.
i-babysit na naman ng Kuala Lumpur Hunters ang kanilang mid at knowing na may wards doon.
Good thing nag-ward si Solindra doon.
Knowing na may wards doon, pero yun nga, kinounter naman to ng Kuala Lumpur
Yun nga na
Hunters.
may pink ward.
Yes. And so far, comparing the mid lane, lamang po si Severe dito in terms of CS. So, sa lahat ng gustong kumontra at gustong i-open si Morgana, mukhang ito na ang sagot sa lahat ng katanungan nyo. Okay. I would not, with regards to the jungles naman, Mundo is a very good invading champion. Pero nga, you have to be mindful that Shen is a very good ganking champion naman. Especially kapag level 6 na siya, kahit na sangkamang parte ng mapa, kaya kanyang puntahan as long as may kakampi or may ally siya within the clash na nangyayari. And nakita po natin dito yung sa bot lane naman, Urgot, when the third skill has been cast at nasa area ka nun, the first skill becomes a homing missile. So napakalaki po ng range niya yan.
And devastating ang kanyang bawat.
Especially kapag nagka-brutalizer na yan, masakit-sakit na yan. Gumuguhit na po yan.
Ayun na, nahila ulit siya.
And yeah, ginamit na po ni Kennen ng kanyang ultimate at habang siya po ay naka-ignite, nag-flash in na po si Darius. At
Nice response there by Mundo. Very nice.
Good assist, sir!
Buti na lang, nandun siya.
Kaya malakas pala loob ni ni Kennen. Good job. The assist coming from Misery was enough to get the kill. So pantay na po ang champion kills at nakakalamang ang Team Manila Agilis ngayon sa gold count kahit na nakuha na ng KLH ang first blood.
Ayun,
so ayan,
kita natin
kitang-kita
yung
nyo
guhit.
kung gaano kasakit ang binibigay na damage ni Urgot. So autopilot na yan. Once natamaan ka ng third skill, homing na.
War of the wards.
Yes,
sa
so
baba.
I guess Team Manila Agilas has learned their I wouldn't say lessons. Learned from their mistakes. Doon sa past games sila na kung saan nag-overextend sila na walang wards within the area. And Severe na having the blue buff and continuously getting ahead in terms of CS. At yan po, nag-invade na po ng jungle. Ginamit na po ni Mundo kanyang SS. Nandiyan po si Shin as well as Morgana.
Si Morgana.
Critical ang buhay ni Mundo at namatay po siya kay Morgana. At kitang-kita naman dito, hinahabol naman po ni Severe. Si Morgana nag-blink in, patay si Morgana at
Ayun nga lang,
dalawang
critical
champion
si
dito.
Severe.
Si Severe po ay naghihingalo na. Nandyan po si Shen at si Darius. Dalawang tama sa torre plus hook,
Yun lang.
patay.
Naku, ma-action ngayon.
Napakatindi ng action ngayon, mga kaibigan. Ito yan po.
Naku po.
Stun, spam skill, blink out si BYY pero hindi na kinaya. Killing spree na po si Jaeyong na gumagamit ng Corki.
So, where was Soraka?
So ayan, kailangan natin talagang keep in mind that in every game that you play, bawal maging kampante dito. Again, over...
And also, you should always calculate yung
Yes.
moves ninyo if it's going to be a smart move or is it going to cost you your
And credits din
champions
sa
life.
sa mga players ng KLH. Bilis nilang mag-respond at makita po natin dito sinubukan pong mag-invade at pumatay ng raids ni Misery, pero yun nga lang nandun si Golden and si Don Muri at napilitan siyang gumamit ng ultimate para lang hindi mamatay. So, it's a very fast-paced game. Maaga pa lang nagkakasubukan na.
We have 5 kills
Pero
in
yun nga
favor
lang,
of Kuala Lumpur
with all
Hunters.
things that happened, easy lang si Kennen sa top eh. So yan, we have to, di ko alam kung alam ng KLH na kung napapabayaan nila si Ken, and we're seeing Darius has the red and blue buff at nakuha niya yung red buff galing sa jungle ng Team Manila Aguilas, and we're now seeing Darius is trying to position himself dito sa mid for a possible gank, pero yun nga lang,
Not
alam,
knowing it was warded.
yes, alam ni Sivir na nandun siya, and again dito sa bot lane na naman, wasakan ng wards dito,
War
mga
of the
kaibigan.
wards.
Tsagaan gaming, pumasok na po si Shen. Habang tinatantad po ni Urgot ang
Naiwan po
si Jeyo.
sa nilang AD hitter.
And so far, yan, naiwan na naman po ang top. Naiwan na naman din ang top habang nakabalik po. Bumabalik pa lang si Darius. At the ultimate, nakita natin yung possible gank, the potential of Shen. Na kahit dalawa lang kayo, pwedeng 2+1.
Yeah.
Parang promo lang yan. Pero yun nga lang, even though Shen is a good assist champion as well as a good ganking champion, you have to keep in mind na habang ginagamit niya yung ultimate niya, and if he is committing to one of the clashes of their allies of Kuala Lumpur Hunters, naiiwanan siya ng CS. Okay. At kapansin-pansin na to na 65 yung CS ni Mundo and 31 yung CS
31
ni...
lang kay Shen.
Yes, and
And
this...
as well as yung CS difference ni Sivir and Morgana.
Malaki-laki
Quite
na.
big also.
And I guess Kuala Lumpur Hunters is also aware of this issue, kaya nga nag-gold per 10 items to si Shen. Pero yun nga lang, since ganun din yung items ni Mundo, hindi ko lang po tatagalan. At yan po, pumasok na po si Corky at pumasok na po si Tarik at nako! Napakakunat po ni Tarik at tinangki na po ang Torre. Sinubukan mag-blink out ni Soraka, pero yun nga lang, with the ignite and the burst damage coming from Corky, double kill. Patay si Urgot, patay si Soraka.
They should better watch out for Corky later.
Yes. Na pag nakaipon to, mahapdi na rin.
Armor penetration yung kanyang skills.
So far, okay naman siguro with regards to the CS count. I would say the potential damage of Urgot is good. Pero yun nga lang, the armor given by the second skill of Tarik as well as yung strategies nila is working in KLH's favor. So kahit na nakakalamang yung top and mid lane ng Team Manila Aguilas in the later part of the game, the late game phase, it would benefit KLH kung di nila hahayaan nilang mangyari yung patuloy na pagpatay sa bot. At makita po natin dito na kumukuha na po ng Dragon ng Team Manila Aguilas at hindi na po ito pinakailaman ng Kuala Lumpur Hunters. So, we'll see kung ano talaga ang mangyayari dito. Napaka-interesting ng laban. Mukhang hindi ko pa ma-analyze na maayos dito kung anong mga possible na mangyayari. Kasi kung makakahabol si VYY dito sa CS as well as the items, kayang-kaya niya sabayan to. Kasi with the Urgot's range, especially the first kill, I guess it should be enough para mahabol yung kung ano mang naipon ni Corky na pera para makahabol siya ng kills. And we're seeing naman dito sa top na nakakalamang naman si Rebecca with regards to the CS as well as the sa pag-push ng lane. So it's all a matter about dalawa na lang ang pinagbabasihan dito, the jungle as well as the bot lane. Yun na lang ang ano, pero yun nga lang, napakaagad nito. Imbes na si Shen ang mag-oracle, ang third eye ay nakitarik ngayon. So in-anticipate na rin nila na maraming wards na it's a ward wars dito sa bot lane.
War of the wards.
Yes. So yun na. KLH is making an aggressive move to take down the wards of Team Manila Aguilas with the Oracle equipped by Tarik. And so far, ito nga po ang score, 7-2. Lamang po ang Kuala Lumpur Hunters and the goal difference is just minute. 800 lang po yan in the 15-minute mark. Labas na po ang Baron, so we have yet to see kung ano talaga ang mangyayari dito. Shen trying to taunt si Vir, pero yun nga, hindi umabot. Tapos nung ginamit niya yung first kill niya, naka-shield.
Parang dalawang Banshee yun eh. Meron.
Yes.
Ay, hindi. Parang Quicksilver Sash.
Parang
kanyang
QSS. Tanggal
kanyang
na.
cleanse.
Tapos wala pang damage. Yun ang ano doon. Yun ang masarap doon sa skill ni si Vir. And todo spam ka lang nung parang tumatalbog lang naman yung second skill mo. So kahit na malayo yung target, if the target is near creeps, tatamaan ka pa rin. And so far, I could not say anything with regards to the top. Nakakalamang po ang Team Manila Agilis dito as well as the mid lane. Nakakalamang po si Kaigu. We have to focus on more dito sa bot kung paanong diskarte ang gagawin ng Team Manila Agilis dito to overcome Corky with the 5-0 score. So naka-bloodthirster na po ito. Mas mahirap na patayin to. And,
may sarili na rin siyang sustain sa kanyang lifesteal.
So, eto na. Ito ang magiging challenge para sa Team Manila Agilas. Kung paano magagawa ng paraan to. And so far, yan nga po. Nakita po natin Mundo trying to cover up the top lane. At sinasabayan po niya si Darius.
Ayan, dami ng stop.
And so far, ito po, matapang po si Darius. Pinasok po ang tower at he has received 2 tower shots. Tingnan po natin kung anong pong diskarte gagawin niya dito. With regards naman sa mid, naka-bloodthirster na rin po si Sivir at napakasakit po. At hindi na ako magugulat na nakakasabay siya kasi nakita ko na to. Mukhang nakita ko na to kanina. Ang hindi ko palang nakikita tong sa bot. Eto yan, na-stun na po si Solindra. Gumamit na po ng ultimate si Urgot. Si Kennen po ay nasa baba.
3-on-3.
Tatlong ultimate po ang ginamit. Si Tarik po ang naiwan. Naiwan din po si Shen. Nako, napakagandang play nito. Pero yun nga, nahuli na si Morgana. Morgana tries to assist the bot lane pero it's too late.
So,
interesting.
Tower dive kaya sila sa bot. Tignan natin.
Tingnan natin kung ano mangyayari dito. Ito na ang laban.
Tumakas na agad si Corny.
Ayan, so mukhang naramdaman na rin ng Kuala Lumpur Hunters na they could not do any threat pa sa bot at nag-back lang muna sila
si Mundo
until mag-reset yung creep wave. At yun nga, habang nangyayari yun at nagdi-discuss na matay po, tumapang si Darius at nga result, napatay po niya si Mundo. Eto na po, gumagamit mo ng ultimate si Shen habang sisugod ni Morgana si Vir at yan, napakasakit po ng damage na binigay ni
yun lang.
nag-burst. Sobrang ang kapal nung nawala. Almost 1/2 yata ng buhay niya na biglang gumuhit. Kung wala si Shen, patay. Kaso nga lang nandun. So again, kala mo tapos na, nandyan pa rin yung ninja.
Kailangan hindi ganun. Kailangan maging aware pa rin ng Agilas na hindi porket talo nila yung kalay nila eh.
Ayun nga, pero I think nag-commit na rin si Severe because her summoner spells are on cooldown. So, it's do or die na lang. Kaigo did his best naman. Pero yun nga lang, I guess it was too aggressive.
At least kapalit nun, nakuha
nila yung tower. Pero nga lang, 1 kill na nakuha ng Kuala Lumpur Hunters. At ayan po, nagmatapang na rin po si si Darius. At eto na, may standoff na rin po sa top. Pero nga, comparing the CS 139 to eto na. So, nararamdaman na. Kumakati na rin po si Darius. And we're seeing now that the tower, the bottom outer turret has been destroyed by the Kuala Lumpur Hunters. At ayan po,
may nangyayari sa blue ng
mas mahirap na po itong sitwasyon na to. At makikita po natin na si Mundo ay papunta na po. Mukhang nagkakaroon ng gulo dun sa blue kanina. At yan, si Severe trying to go down in the bot lane at mukhang na-isolate at na-out of position po si Corky. Hinahabol po siya ni Kaigu at si Solindra po ay nandyan. Solindra giving the silence and si Vir trying to get a skill shot. First kill, hindi tumama. Hinahabol mo. Nandyan na rin po si Urgot. Urgot spamming the first kill at yan po hinahabol. Sinahan po siya ni Tarik. Pero yun nga lang,
walang takas.
Wala pong takas. Hindi siya, na-cancel yung flight.
Yun nga lang, ito parating na yung ibang hunters.
Yes. Na-cancel yung flight ni Corky kaya hindi na nakatakas. Okay.
Emergency landing.
Hindi, nag-crash. Okay, so ayan po, si Urgot po ang
Ayun,
napusuhan.
nako.
Pero nandyan po si Mundo, ginamit na po
Oh.
ni Darius ang kanyang ultimate at dapa si Urgot.
I think he was left open kanina.
Yes. Tatagos pa yan. So ayan, onting ingat. Team Manila Aguilas is slowly making a comeback, 10-5 in terms of champion kills, and the goal difference is only 1,000 in the 20-minute mark. So, item-wise, nakakahabol naman sila, pero yun nga, nakakalamang pa rin ang Kuala Lumpur Hunters with regards sa kanilang AD, sa kanilang AD carry. At ito po, may standoff sa Dragon. Nahuli si Suraka tries to blink out. At nandyan naman po si Urgot, pero napakakunat po ni Draven. At yun, na-exhaust na po dito po. May action po dito sa mid. Sa Dragon, Kenan using his ultimate. At yun nga lang, napatay po siya ni...
Nagkaroon ng kalat na
wala
flash
na akong
dito.
masabi dito. Medyo out of position team Manila Aguilas. At isa-isa silang pumasok because of the Dragon. The unleash spam of the ultimate of Darius is very painful.
Yes.
Kapag
I agree. I think Corky was left for a free hit kanina.
Yes, and yun nga, siguro masyadong nag-enjoy si Soraka at nagpahabol pa siya. So nagpa-bait pa siya kay Darius. Yun nga lang, kahit na may armor penetration na si Urgot, the life of Darius is thick. Napakakapal
Ang kunat ni
Yes, makunat
Darius
to. Mas makunat pa sa sa Nara.
Tapos,
Hindi tumagos yung damage
yung
niya
truth,
ni
physical
Urgot.
damage pa
Yes.
niya.
At yun nga, nagkarambulan dun sa sa Dragon. I guess yung Kenan committed too early with regards to harassing, and yun nga, the ultimate was a little bit late kung kailan mamamatay na siya. So far the strategy of the Kuala Lumpur Hunters is working. towards the strategy ng Team Manila Aguilas. And so far, we have yet to see kung paano sasagutin ng Team Manila Aguilas. Yun nga, sinasabi ko kanina, kung may sumablay, kung sumablay yung taunt, kung sumablay yung Ultimate ni Morgana, which is hindi pa nangyayari. As well as nagagawa ng paraan ni Monkeys na i-isolate yung some of the champions of Team Manila Aguilas na siya yung pagfokusan sa kapal ng buhay niya. Hindi nagiging efficient yung burst damage ng Team Manila Aguilas dito.
May warmogs na rin siya.
Yes, napakakunat. Okay. So ayan, we're seeing Morgana and Golden and Monkeys now pushing the top lane. Nandyan din po si Don Muri na nakatago sa bush. Nag-warning shot na po si Misery. Papasok na po at nakita po niya yung dalawang champion ng Team Manila ng Kuala Lumpur Hunters at sila po ay nagbaback. Morgana giving the spell shield to Monkeys. Yun nga lang, na-swap po. Darius brings out. SS ni Kennen up na rin at walang mukhang hindi naging effective to. Severe tries to poke the champions of KLH at so far the standoff has stopped pero datapat subalit bagaman makita po natin si Corky patuloy dito. Sumisegway sa baba. So yan po ang nangyayari na habang nagbitawan na po ng skill ang Team Manila Aguilas, may isang eroplano po na may sariling flight sa baba.
You should always watch out for your lanes.
Yes. So yun nga lang, yun nga, with regards to the initiation of the clash, yung pinakamakunat yung nahuli ni VYY doon. So
at saka yung small AOE ng skill ni Darius masakit.
yes. Okay, so kasi yung skills nga naman ni Darius, it gives I think that's the third skill, which is the active is you could pull the enemies in front of you papapunta sa'yo, and the passive is that armor penetration yun eh. So napakasakit no, kahit na makunat ka, tatagos yung damage sa'yo. So we're seeing now that Morgana is getting their blue buff and kinukuha rin ng Team Manila Aguilas ang kanyang respected blue buff na ibibigay po nila kay Severe. So far 13-5. So the gold difference has slightly increased into 5,000. Yun nga, hindi pa rin po nakakahabol si VYY with regards to the items. Napakasakit na rin po ni Corky at papunta na po siya. It's either he would complete the Triforce or go for IT. O yan, si Morgana rin po ay Rabadon's Death Cap at Zonias na lang to. And we're seeing now Shen having the Oracle, the third eye, and putting down the wards around Baron for Team Manila Aguilas. So yun, hopefully kung tama ang pagpasok ni Kennen dito at tama yung masaswap, I would cross my fingers that the burst damage of Team Manila Aguilas would be enough to take down one of the champions of KLH. At ayan po, nag-a-attempt na mo ng Baron, Team Manila Aguilas. Mundo tanking, alam damage, pero yun nga lang, ready ang KLH dito. Gumamit naman ng SS si Kennen at gumamit naman ng ultimate si Morgana. Guhit ang buhay ni Urgot, naka-ignite. Patay si Urgot kay Morgana at yan, patay si Severe kay Darius.
Naiwan si Kennen.
Patay naman si Shen kay Severe. Yun nga lang, naiwan po si Kennen at patay po siya kay Corky. So it's a 3-for-1 exchange. Napakasakit po nung nangyari. At nakuha pa ng KLH ang Baron. Ouch! Yun na lang, napakasakit doon.
So you think dapat hindi mo na sila nagpilit sa Baron?
Yun nga, yun yung pinaka siguro, I guess they're having an aggressive gameplay tonight. Na kahit na nakita na nag-dewards na doon si Shen, hindi pa nakakalayo si Shen, bigla silang pumunta doon, knowing na may na wala ring champions within, wala rin sa bot at wala sa topping champions ng KLH.
And knowing na nakita na sa map na papunta dun yung the rest ng hunters.
At ayan po, sinubukan po nilang mag-focus kay Urgot pero hindi po sila nakaabot. Ginamit po ni Shen ng kanyang ultimate. Habang nagkakaroon ng bakbakan, nasira po ni Corky ang inhibitor ng mid. At ayan po, nagbabatuan na po, binabato po ng skill ni Urgot. Yun nga lang, naiwan po si Solindra at Solindra goes down to the burst damage given by KLH at sumunod po dito si Severe at si Mundo.
As we could see in Kuala Lumpur Hunters, meron silang focused fire.
Yes, alam kung sino uunahin.
Ignored yung other champions.
Take down Urgot, take down Severe. tapos ang laban. So ayan, ulit,
Series C, nirerekta
diretso
na
na
nila.
puno, wala nang pahinga. At tapos ang laban.
There we have it for the Eagles versus the Hunters.
What
They
is
got hunted.
happening tonight?
Happy Father's Day.
Ayun, yun na lang pwede natin batiin yung mga tatay na happy. Okay. Okay, with this,
Okay.
we would like to thank our sponsors, ECS Elite Group, BenQ, and Power Color.
Steel Sears Professional Gaming Gear and our official venue partner, Pacific Esports.
Okay. So far, what turned out to be a good counter became, I say, one of the... Ano bang magandang adjective dito? Yun na lang.
What could have been? Yun na
Okay,
lang yung
what could have
pag-usapan
been.
natin.
So, with regards to this, siguro, makakuha... I hope this is only temporary. Temporarily, makakaangat ang KLH sa Team Aguilas. Pero, let's see, we still have 31 more games to come. Napakahaba pa rin ito. And binabati po namin lahat ng naglalaro pa rin sa
MPGL.
Saludo kami sa stamina nyo kami. Hindi namin...
Laban lang kayo dyan. Sige.
Hindi na kinakain ng powers namin yan, promise. Okay, with that, kitang-kita ang MVP na naman ay si Corky. So...
With the highest gold and creep kills.
So, Jae Yong was napakaganda ng performance na pinakita dito. As well as the Shen, kahit na hindi siya nakalamang ng CS, pero his strategy of continuously disturbing the
lanes, yes. So,
ay
yun pala yun.
naging enough para makaangat at makalamang sa item si Jae Yong kay VYY. So,
By babysitting the bot lane.
I guess this is the end for the GPL this week. Bago kami mag-sign off, binabati po namin again lahat ng mga tatay. Dyan na lang kami mag-happy. Happy Father's Day again sa lahat po ng Padilla family as well as kina Joyce at kina Mika. Good evening. As well as kay Patrick. Okay.
Hello nga pala sa B2ST clan, kay Genji, kay Lauren, kay Ate Carla, at sa iba pa namin clan.
Kahit na hindi maganda
Sa Giga Assassins.
nahawa yung panahon.
Betty Go.
Okay, sige. Since mahaba-haba ang bakasyon namin, we would like to take this time para hahabol na lang ako. Hindi ako nakabati last Saturday because it was not that good. The aura was... At natuloy-tuloy pa rin hanggang ngayon.
I think naman they will have a comeback later on.
Yes.
I know na they will learn from this. Alam nyo naman, di ba?
Hopefully. Parang...
Experience is the best teacher.
Yes. Okay, binabati mo natin lahat ng mga tao dyan sa Yuri Cafe, sa Bacoor, Cavite, sa Team Envy, na nasa sa Rizal, sa Pag-asa, sa Team LXIX sa Cavite. Pinapabati ni Ido, sa SFC Makwi, kay Popoy, kay Shobe, kay Cox, kay T9 Friends, as well as kay Regine.
Si Santini yun, di ba?
Yes,
Si
may
Regine.
mabatiin ko.
Hello daw sa Team Death Rush. Death Rush. Team Death Rush. Team Death Rush. Ayoko na.
Okay. Okay, time out.
Team Death Rush.
Oh, yan.
Team KU. Kay Donsky, sa TVF Clan, sa Game Nest, at kay Will DR. Yun.
Pinapabati rin ni Misery.
Sorry may braces eh.
Pinapabati rin ni Misery si Irish, saka si JC. Okay, so yun na lang siguro nasa listahan ko ngayon. Sa lahat ng nanonood, marami pong salamat sa pagtsatsaga kahit na wala
Magandang gabi ulit sa inyong lahat.
Wala na kaming energy.
And next week,
Next week, there will be a...
we will see you in Pampanga.
We will see you in Pampanga, and kung nagtataka kayo at nagtatanong kung sino magsa-shoutcast, it would be a surprise. So magugulat.
Are we going to shoutcast way back in Pampanga?
Magugulat na lang kayo, promise. Okay, so again, this is Jim Shift.
And this is Jim Yao.
Okay, so salamat. And we'll see you next week.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Week 3 of the Garena Premier League. I'm Aaron, and I'm here with my co-host
Joshua here. How you guys doing tonight?
And tonight we have a couple of exciting matches lined up. First of all, we've got the Manila Eagles up against the Saigon Jokers for our first match, and after that we're going to see the Bangkok Titans go up against the Singapore Sentinels. So if you guys are wondering who's in the lead right now in terms of standings, the Taipei Assassins are in the lead right now with, I believe, 4 games under their belt right now, or 5 games rather.
0 losses.
Yeah,
that's
5
right.
games and 0 losses. Yesterday they performed really well. They had a perfect game actually with a score of 16-0. And I don't think right now there's any team that can really give them any challenge except for the Singapore Sentinels. And the last match where they faced off, it was not that close actually.
It was a pretty fast game. Ended about 24, 22 minutes.
It was actually a pretty one-sided game, but of course they're going to be the next time that they meet.
That's right.
So anyways, back to what we have lined up this week. We have actually updated the tournament server to the newest patch, which is the Darius patch.
Okay.
So we may see some teams picking up Darius. Have you managed to try him out yet?
Oh yeah, I've given him a try really, but he's really strong in the top lane or jungle, but I prefer him in the jungle most of the time. He dishes out lots of damage as a kind of like a bruiser kind of champion. Especially his hemorrhage. Not many people actually notice it, but he does a good amount of DPS. But his signature move actually would be his execute. What do you call it?
You mean his ultimate,
yes,
right?
Called,
yeah, anyway, I think the great thing about Darius right now is that, yeah, as everybody has been saying, his ultimate, everybody thinks it's really OP. But they recently had a chat on State of the League, one of the podcasts, or rather shoutcasts in the US, where they have a couple of the pro players come on and talk about new champions, new patches and stuff like that. And they were actually talking about Darius in that State of the League video, and it seems like most of the pros don't think that Darius is as OP as the average player does, because even though he has very, very high amount of damage on his ulti and it really can destroy a team when the team is low on health, he doesn't really have that many defensive maneuvers.
Oh, that's right.
Like in terms of escapes and spells that make him innately more tanky, he doesn't really have that many things. He doesn't have. So I think a lot of players have been a little bit, I would say, overestimating his ability.
That would be true, you know. Probably in the high level games you would see him build, even though if he's built tanky, as you say, if he doesn't have that steroid that keeps him up, you know, with a good defensive buff or an aggressive buff, something to run away, he's not going to last long, because that's what's most important in team fights sometimes.
Yep, and the other thing is that in this new patch we have a complete graphical overhaul.
Oh, I really like that. Have you seen the brush changes? You know, they make it so real now.
Yeah, everything in the game looks better, and the best part about it is that despite everything in the game looking better, it actually improves your performance.
Yes.
Like everybody's been getting higher frame rates now that they've updated the patch, so they've basically optimized the graphics for LOL, and you know, it's quite cool that they've made the graphics better, and instead of it being more taxing on your computer, it's actually less taxing.
It's like packing more in your backpack, but it's gonna weigh less, you know?
Yeah, I don't know how they did it, but it's amazing.
I really like the Ash change too, you know, when they changed the whole aesthetics of it and the movement and attacks.
I think the new Ash looks incredible. She's got completely new animations, she has new skins, all of the skins have been remade.
Right.
And I think that right now we're actually having a Ash sale, so if you haven't checked out the new Ash, you can head over to our forums where we have I think some videos showing the new skins, and they're not new skins, but they've been completely redone.
Rework skins.
Rework skins. And you guys can check that out and have a look at what sales we're having for Ash. And if you guys have just joined us for the first time this week and you're wondering what the GPL is about, the GPL is the first regional fully professional tournament LOL league, and basically we've gathered 6 teams from around the region. That's from Singapore, Malaysia, Taiwan, the Philippines, Vietnam and Thailand, and we have 6 fully salaried teams from each of these countries. So these
they're
players
working around the clock, training every day, preparing for matches.
So they're paid professional gamers.
That's right.
All they do is not all they do all
No,
day,
not
but
all they
yeah. But what the bulk of their day consists of them training and practicing to take part in the league and to bring you the highest quality level of gaming that is possible.
About that, what you say, they don't game every day. I've heard that Singapore Sentinels actually practice Muay Thai in their free time. It's like to build aggression, you know.
Wow. Okay.
Wow,
And it's good, you know. If anything ever happens in one of the live tournaments, in one of the offline tournaments, you know, they'll be able to. If they can't beat them in game, maybe they can beat them in real life.
Yeah. A nice roundhouse kick to the face, you know.
Yeah, but we would not encourage that, of course.
No way.
So anyways, maybe we can just have a look at the lineup that we're going to see from the Manila Eagles today. And these are the guys who are going to be playing. We are not exactly sure who they'll be fielding because they do have more than 5 members on their team. We have AP carry Kaigo. I've seen him play Rise a couple of times, and he's been doing really well as Rise. Some of the other notable players, Rebenga, I've seen him playing Jax pretty well as well. And
you know about Rise actually, the changes to the AP scaling and the tankiness of it actually really haven't affected Rise's ability to play a tank mode. Because Riot actually mentioned that they didn't want Rise to be played all the way as tank because it's getting too OP.
Yep.
So they changed the scaling for the mana to the damage ratio and increased the AP ratio. So a lot of players thought that this would actually change the way Rise would be played into more of a glass cannon style with lots of mana and like Archangel stacking.
Yep.
But they actually realized that despite the changes, Rise still stays as a very powerful playstyle as a tanky kind of mage with the Frozen Hearts and Banshee's Veil. It doesn't really change that much of it. So yeah, Rise is still pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of people trying to figure out whether the Rise changes were actually a nerf or a buff, but I think in the end, they didn't really change his playstyle. I think like the only difference that we're seeing nowadays is that more and more players are picking up the Rod of Ages on Rise as opposed to before where they were just going straight for Banshee's Veil.
Right.
Now there's actually a little bit of I mean, there's more point in getting a Rod of Ages nowadays because of the better AP scaling as compared to before. But damage-wise and tankiness-wise, Rise is still a huge burst damager, and he still is very tanky. And in fact, his ulti, which gives move speed, is pretty useful. I think.
You gotta always catch up to that pesky guy who's running away to snare him. So
yeah, it's actually like a free ghost, and it does really help him land those rune prisons. So. I think overall the Rise changes, they didn't have as much of an effect as what Riot initially thought. So the other player that I was talking about, Rebenga, he's been playing a lot of Jax, and Jax has been popping up in the meta game a lot more recently.
Yeah, before the changes to Jax actually, where he used to be a bit different, the Counter-Strike changes, he wasn't really played that much too in the meta games. So why do you think they're suddenly popping up now, you know?
I think he does very, very well against a lot of top lane champions. If you look at like his matchups, Jax is probably the second best champion in terms of having a lot of good matchups. The champion which probably has the most good matchups is Kennen. Like Kennen, when you put him in top lane, he's able to deal with a lot of champions.
Correct, because Lightning Rush just gets him out of so much trouble, and he can actually poke and run with it. It's very good.
And in terms of like bad matchups, Kennen has really few bad matchups, and Jax is kind of like that. He has a lot of matchups and very few bad matchups. So he that makes him a pretty high priority pick these days. I think the only weakness that he has is that he can get focused down pretty quickly. Like the way you build Jax, you don't build him as tanky as other tanky AD champions. So you typically build stuff like Hextech,
Trin Force,
Hextech, and
sometimes the Frozen Mallet.
Hextech, Gunblade, and Trinity Force is like the things that we'll usually see on a Jax, and those don't really make him that tanky. So in team fights, he does tend to get burst down pretty quickly, but on the other hand, he's one of those tanky AD champions that can put out a lot of burst as well.
And especially shutting down AD carries because of his Counter-Strike.
So anyways, I think we can look at the lineup for the Saigon Jokers now, since we've talked a fair bit about the Manila Eagles. And one of the players that I really look out for is Archie.
Archie?
Yep.
Is it because of the comic book or is it because of his face stuff?
No, it's just been. I think that he's one of the more impressive players on the Saigon Jokers, and he's been doing well in the last couple of weeks. And he's been playing a pretty interesting AD champion a lot. He's been playing Varus in the last couple of matches. Yep, and I just got the thumbs up that we can now head over to bans and picks. So we're going to see the Manila Eagles getting the first ban here, and they're going to be on the blue team, while on the purple team we're going to see the Saigon Jokers. And the first ban does go down. It's going to be Lee Sin, a pretty common ban.
Along with Shen.
I was just going to call Shen. We're going to see more Ghana bans likely. Twisted Fate will probably be next up.
Okay, so Cassiopeia gets banned though.
Cassiopeia being banned, I do get that, because I remember one of the Saigon Jokers players does play a pretty good Cassiopeia. I'm not sure whether it was Violet. Yeah, I think it was Violet.
Violet plays a mean Cassiopeia.
Yep, and because of that, they're gonna go for that targeted ban. So Cassiopeia is not a ban that you'll see very often. Like she's not something that, it's not a universal ban. Something like Morgana, Rise, Twisted Fate, and Shen. Those are bans that you expect to see. Cassiopeia is not so often banned. So I think that the Manila Eagles did kind of target that ban towards the Saigon Jokers.
As you called it, now that the Saigon Jokers have banned Rise against Manila Eagles.
Yep, so Kaigu, does play a lot of Rise, like I was saying.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty good choice for them to go with a Rise ban.
We all know that Urgot's quite a good lane bully in lanes, so normally they play mid or top.
Yep.
So, but why picking Urgot now when we haven't seen Urgot being banned recently, you know?
I think they banned Urgot for the bottom lane, not for mid or top. So this I have seen Saigon Jokers play Urgot a fair bit. Violet plays, now I've mixed it up. So Violet is the one who plays Urgot, I remember now.
Okay.
And Violet does play Urgot with Soraka. Melody normally, we have Melody playing.
So we do see Ari being banned, followed by Twisted Fate being picked by Manila Eagles right here. But Ari actually is also a very popular ban, but we might not be seeing so much of it in the maybe upcoming patch, because Ari is getting some nerfs, am I right?
I haven't had a look through the patch notes, so there's going to be an RE nerf?
Yeah, there's
going
to be some drops in the base damage and all.
So,
no, these are actually the upcoming Draven patches that I don't know whether we'll be able to see it in the next upcoming few weeks.
Okay, so they've already posted the Draven patch
it's more
notes.
of the patch preview kind of thing they post on YouTube every now and then by Riot. So like it said, Ari's base damages are going down along with some AP ratios going up to reduce her late game and improve her late game and reduce her early game. That's right.
Okay.
Enough about her, let's go on to the picks. So we do see Dr. Mundo being picked despite the nerfs in the current patch notes.
Despite the nerf, he's still really strong.
In jungle, he's a beast. Because of his masochism and burning agony, he clears creeps fast and he does a mean counter jungle every now and then.
Yep. Mundo has one of the fastest clear times for junglers right now, and of course he's very resistant to counter jungling, and he can go and counter jungle on his own, and his gank potential is very strong, especially if he picks up exhaust. But I'm not sure whether they're gonna go with a. It seems like Smite and Flash is being picked up there.
Correct.
So that's gonna be give him a little bit more mobility but less ganking power.
And we do see all the current meta picks being picked up. Morgana, Janna, Graves as usual, being a very strong AD carry. His buckshot, I feel, is really too strong early game. So luckily, as I mentioned also, in the next coming Draven patch, we'll be seeing some buckshot scaling damages in his multiple hits. It'll go up, but his single hits will go down.
Okay.
So it really encourages them to really move forward and soak up damage up front for Graves.
That makes sense, because right now I think that buckshot is dealing a little bit too much poke damage.
That's right.
But anyway, on the lineup we see that Morgana is going to be picked, Janna picked up as well, Nocturne and Ezreal. Wow, interesting choice there.
See Darius.
Yeah, I hope that we see Darius. I really want to see him. Yesterday we saw Darius being banned in every single game. I think both the teams that banned Darius were just kind of unsure about how he plays, and they wanted to just get rid of him because there's not been much experience dealing with the Darius.
Being a new champion and all, very little experience, you won't know how to counter him well, and you won't know how to play against him well too. So,
so I think it's a pretty safe thing that teams normally do. They ban champions that are really new. They don't want to have to deal with any kind of weird stuff that champion's able to pull off.
And we do see Riven being picked. Riven, of course, being a very strong top lane champion.
Yep, and they're gonna go with the Riven pick before the Saigon Jokers have revealed their top laner, so we may see a counter pick. And the thing about Riven is that she's actually pretty safe a pick if you don't know what you're gonna be facing. So she can deal with a multitude of different champions at top lane, and because of that, she's quite a safe pick for the Manila Eagles. I want to see what the Saigon Jokers have planned out. Wow, they're gonna go with. Are they gonna go with Darius? I want to see this. And I have no idea what the whether Riven or Darius has the advantage in lane, because I haven't seen that many matchups with Darius in it.
We might actually be seeing Darius jungle instead and Nocturne top, because his spell shield is very annoying to fight against in lane. Can negate that very crucial Riven burst from that stun.
It could be. I mean, we could.
We don't know. Everything is very flexible in this game, which is why I love this game so much.
But I think that we're gonna probably see Nocturne in the jungle. I don't think that we'll have such a weird play with Nocturne up top, because it would be a bit of a waste to have him up there when he has his ultimate, which can be used to gank so well. His
that
darkness.
one ultimate that can bypass any wall because of the range where he can engage the target.
Yep. So I don't think they're gonna be wasting that. Let's have a look at what they do with their lineup. So okay, so we're gonna see them swapping over here. Yeah, they're gonna go with Egg. Egg is the jungler on the Saigon Joker. So as you can see, he's gonna go with Nocturne. So they're gonna put Darius in the top lane here. No question about it. They're not gonna do anything. They're not gonna fool around with the meta and send Nocturne top. They're gonna just go with the usual.
Right, so about Darius, I think he really applies good damage by sticking onto a target. But if you're up against an opponent like Riven, who has so much CC and escapes, it's not going to be very easy to really take over the lane. So it might be a bit difficult in top lane for Azumin right now.
Yeah, they both are able to put out quite a fair amount of damage. I'd say that Riven, once she hits level 6, will have actually, once they both hit level 6, they can put out a lot of burst damage.
Riven's ultimate is sort of like an execution spell too, like
yep,
Darius,
that's right. And it does boost her damage a huge amount when it's used. I mean, increasing the damage of all her spells and of course she's got that wind slash as well.
And so everything has been finalized. We're now going to go into a 3-minute delay, as we said earlier.
So the delay is just to prevent anyone from ghosting this match. But of course, our teams are all professional teams, so while we don't really have to worry about that, I think it's just there for safety. So anyways, if you just joined us for the GPL and you're wondering what the teams are fighting for, they're actually fighting for a place in the finals. So how it works is that over the course of the league, teams will be gathering up points.
Okay.
Yep. And when it gets to the end of the league, we'll have the top 3 teams fight it out, and the top 2 teams will be selected for a GPL championship match. And up for grabs is US$ 40,000.
40,000.
Yeah, 40,000 US$ up for grabs. And so these teams are fighting really hard to obviously for the prize money, and of course they're getting paid as well monthly. As I said, they are professional teams, so these teams are paid to play League of Legends and train on a constant basis. And we're gonna have an anniversary event for League of Legends very soon. Yep, it's gonna be the League of Legends anniversary in Southeast Asia.
Correct. We'll be hosting it at Funan Digital Live Mall.
Yep, it's gonna take place on the 20th of June. And there's a number of activities that they have lined up.
Things you can expect to see would be, a free Pack Silver giveaway.
Yep, they're going to be giving away Pack Silver to all people who attend.
As you can see on the screen right now, there are about $4,000 worth of prizes to be won.
Yep, they've got Steel Series peripherals that you guys can pick up. They have exhibition matches between the Singapore Sentinels and Galaxy. I mean, they're not going to fight each other, but they're going to be playing it. Yeah, one is a really a fully paid professional team. So I would
the best team we have in Singapore
I think
right now.
They're the best players in Singapore right now. So I don't think anyone will want to go up against them. No. But we will be having exhibition matches with them, and we'll also be selling the Mundo Goes Where He Pleases T-shirts. Yeah, so we had a T-shirt design contest a couple of weeks back, and we picked a couple of winners, and one of them was the Mundo Goes Where He Pleases T-shirt, and that was actually not our number 1 choice in the office, because it was rated both on popularity and by our own panel of judges. So the Mundo t-shirt was actually the most popular in the community.
So the public vote won over.
Yeah, so the public vote, we're gonna go with the t-shirt that the public wanted, so it's the Mundo t-shirt. And of course, the event is going to be sponsored by Alienware, Funan, StarHub, and Steel Series. So we have to thank them for their sponsorship and making the event possible. And I think we should be almost getting into the match right now. Maybe we can have a look at the bands and picks again. And
let's talk about the matchup already.
Yeah,
what
let's
can
have a
you
look.
expect to see? Any of the team fights right here?
I want to have a look at their lineups and see who is... Okay, we're going to go into loading here. Twisted Fate is going to be putting a lot of pressure on the other lanes. He's going to be up against Morgana, and okay, he might not be able to put as much pressure on the other lanes because he's up against Morgana, and the thing about Morgana is that she can just push the lane really easily.
Correct. And the black shield is so easy to negate TF stun. It's so easily avoidable because
So she's going to be able to deal with any of the abilities that he has very easily. And like I was saying, the thing about Twisted Fate is that in order to gank, he's going to have to leave his lane, and Morgana's going to just take down his tower and punish him for that if he chooses to leave the lane.
And especially her sustaining lane because of her passive, despite the many nerfs that's been happening so far to her Soul Siphon, it's still a very viable passive for sustaining lane, That one black pool, is it? Really makes sustaining really long.
So we're going to see the Manila Eagles head over to the bottom lane, interestingly enough. They may try for an invade. We're going to see them heading to the tri-brush here. Kaigu leading the charge, very, very brave. He's definitely not the most tanky person on the team, but it's
face check,
Yep, he's going to go in there, and what are they planning to do?
Maybe move up after blue spawns, I'm not sure.
They could be, pick up Ezreal here if Ezreal decides to come down.
Careless, right? He's
And that would be a very, very nice first blood there. Let's see how he responds. If he's smart, he'll take the long route to his lane through his own jungle, but if he decides that he wants to take a little bit of a shortcut, he may get killed here. So on the other hand, we're gonna see the Saigon Jokers spreading out, covering all bases. They don't plan to engage, and they're not gonna invade either. And we do see a ping going down. I think they did spot them. I saw a ping from the Saigon Jokers.
Purple side, yeah, they do know that they're in there, so they're being very cautious.
Oh, they're gonna send that tornado in there.
Barely touching them,
It didn't quite hit anyone there, but Ezreal's just gonna hang around there and be like, if you guys are in there, you can see me, and you're not gonna get me.
I know you're in
There's
there.
no way for them to get him right now.
He's just toying with them, I know you're in there, I'm just gonna make sure you're not gonna come up and mess with my blue, because that's what Nocturne is after.
Oh,
right now.
okay,
You
and
see them coming up.
and he's gonna just head back there. Oh wow, they're gonna try to go for the blue invade here. And they're gonna try to grab the blue here from the Manila Eagles.
I think it's a given, it's theirs already. Looking at the way how Darius is already on top and Wong is still in it, it's probably theirs.
Yeah, there's no way that SAJ's... Wow, very nice! Wow, that was a fantastic smite there. And I think the Manila Eagles must be hitting their heads.
Hopping in his seat right now.
Yeah, that was 5 team members wasting their time there. Rubenga, they're gonna be far behind Darius because of that.
And a bad smite too on their part, it wasn't at the right amount of HP for him to smite, so that little bit of health allowed him to pick up the other Nocturne.
Wow, that was a real wasted effort there. The Manila Eagles can't be happy at all.
But it doesn't matter, it may be a big advantage at the start, but things can still be turned over, so we shall see in the game.
Yep, it is gonna put them back though. So we're gonna see Solindra here trying to secure his position in the brush. And Egg here, he's going to be doing fine. I think he's pretty happy.
No effort at all for that blue buff, so thank you guys. I salute you. So what do you think about Alistair Graves and Janna and Ezreal at bot?
So Alistair Graves has a lot of offensive power, of course. They can burst down people very easily. But the thing is that against a lane like Ezreal, Janna, they're not going to be able to really catch him. Misery is in a bit of trouble here. Egg is going to take complete advantage of the fact that he failed that blue steal and grab first blood.
First blood does go down to the Saigon Jokers right here. The Mundo didn't have any buffs that he could play around with. So it's probably a given kill for Nocturne right here.
Yeah, so that has Mundo really on the back
Followed by
foot.
stealing Diablo now, I think. Oh wow, that's gonna put Mundo really far back.
Yep, he's not gonna have an easy time right now. So they are gonna try to go for a gank here on Rebenga, but he is too close to his tower, so I think Egg is just gonna back up there and decide that it's not really worth his effort. Is Zoom in there, getting stunned right next to that whole creep wave. He's gonna take a lot of damage
Lots
for
of
that.
damage. People often underestimate the creep waves really, you know. They don't really know that they do quite a bit of decent
Oh,
damage.
Archie here in a little bit of trouble, but as I was saying, the combination of Janna and Ezreal, it really has a lot of escapes. So we've got the Arcane Shift from Ezreal, and we've got the Tornado from Janna, so it's not going to be easy to lock either of them down.
So Aaron, if you were an AD carry actually, who would you prefer in your lane? Janna or Alistar?
It's hard to say, they both are really good support champions.
I think for more offensive play, I'd much prefer Alistar in my lane.
Yeah, definitely Alistar is the more offensive of the two. Wow, Izumi there just knocking off a little bit of health of Rebenka, and I think he used his grab a little bit too early. Egg wasn't quite there in position to help him out, so a bit of a mistake, yeah.
You should use it more when Ribbon is trying to run away to mess up her rhythm, not when she's right in front of him just for extra damage.
No, I think he didn't realize that. I'm not sure if there was some communication issue, but
Maybe he didn't know that the jungler was over.
Yeah, it was a bit of a waste actually.
So yeah, that move.
Wow, that apprehend, bringing Rebenga in through the creep wave, and we're really seeing Darius dominate his lane there.
And I can say it's actually because of that blue buff we have on Darius right here. That low cooldown plus the mana regen is allowing you to spam his spells effectively in Riven.
Yep, Archie here just taking a little bit of damage from that buckshot, but they seem to be doing quite well. Looking at his pots, he still has 2 pots. Izumi in there, just abusing that blue buff. And I think right now Rebenga must hate the fact that he's got that blue buff. It's giving him hell.
No. So, Alistar in lane normally like to put if I'm playing against Alistar as a bot, I like to put a ward in lane because that really messes up his ability to gank, because that's what, like I said, Alistar is a good offensive support. So that one ward and brush really helps along with defending against his abilities.
Yeah,
the
the ward control there is very important, because having that control of that brush will prevent him from zoning Ezreal out, like you said.
So we get a look at Mundo right here. I know he hasn't had a good start, so he must be suffering right now. 23 jungle 28, actually not that big of a difference.
He is pretty far back. He's level 3 while Nocturne is already level 5, so 2 levels behind, and I'm sure that he's a fair amount of gold behind as well, because we do see Nocturne having the first blood. And looking at the CS at bottom lane, we're pretty even here. Graves is picking up a small lead, but that is to be expected. They're keeping it very close to the enemy tower here. I think they're trying to deny Ezreal a little bit of CS there, but Ezreal does pretty well at the tower in terms of farming, because he's got his Mystic Shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's great for picking up last hits on the minion, because in case he misses his auto attack, you can always pick up the slack with it.
Yep, and of course when it comes to killing the ranged minions after they get hit by the tower, and before you pick up your first Doran's Blade, it's really easy thanks to the Mystic Shot.
Correct.
Yeah, compared to like some champions like Kog'Maw, they don't really have any abilities that can help them last hit at tower. And so they're a little bit more vulnerable to being pushed to their tower.
And as a pro player, I'm pretty sure they've already remembered the rhythm as in which the tower hits the creeps. 2 for melee, 1 for range. It's something part of the routine when they train. So it should be no problem for him really.
Yep. So we're gonna see Twisted Fate there is actually putting the pressure on Morgana. I'm a little bit surprised there, but once Morgana picks up that blue buff, it's gonna be a totally different story. And she's going to be able to push Twisted Fate out right now. And Twisted Fate is level 7 already, so there is a possibility for ganks here. Rebenga, wow, getting completely crushed there.
Nocturne Guillotine right there.
Wow, that was some serious damage.
Could she have run away with she spells on cooldown?
No, I think she got hit by the upper hand, and if she did use her Broken Wings and Valor offensively, then she wouldn't have had the ability to use them to get away. Ooh, Janna just gonna walk in there, face checking that brush up. Cylindra not really taking advantage of that knockup.
It's just gone right now.
It was a pretty bad headbutt. I mean, he sent him like flying sideways rather than back towards Graves. If he sent Janna back towards Graves, I think she would have had to burn her flash and exhaust. But instead, she just got away with a free ticket.
But the stun duration was ending soon, so maybe he was a bit stretched for time in that headbutt.
I mean, there's always enough time to pulverize. If you pulverize, there is enough time for you to get behind and headbutt back. So it's not a matter of time constraints. It was just bad play on his part.
And you're right about the blue buff on Garena. Now we do see her pushing quite even with TF now, despite spamming cards and everything. Now she has quite an advantage for her. She can spam black too, yeah. So
yeah, Twisted Fate may be in trouble here. She's trying to go in on him.
oh no, taking aggro from the tower.
Wow, that was a pretty.
What kind of snare was that?
I think she's got that blue buff, so she's very
doesn't
confident.
really
Wow, we're
matter.
gonna see a gank and a counter gank here, and the Twisted Fate Destiny will reveal that Nocturne's in the brush.
Very lucky there though, because I think in terms of lane and jungle, they're both losing. So that team fight between the two junglers and laners could have resulted in the Manila Eagles losing at that moment, you know.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing that TF dropped his ulti, so they managed to avoid any of trouble.
They may have been able to win. It would have been a 2v3, but I'm not too sure right now how well farmed Twisted Fate is. No, he just got Archie there getting burst down by Alistar.
Yeah, but Janna managing to block up a big amount of damage with that shield from the buckshot. So
Yep, as long as he's above half health, he should be fine. They don't really have the tools to burst him down.
So let's look at goals so far. Saigon Jokers about 1k goal advantage above. I think still because of that first blood at the beginning.
Yep. So it's at the 10-minute mark, and Riven seems to be having a really tough time up top. Ooh, Archie in a little bit. Archie, they're gonna use his ult and miss everyone. So Lindra, they're gonna pulverize and try to get away. He's gonna pop his ulti, and we're gonna see a very nice Janna ulti sending him back into the fray. And wow, he just got sent all the way up in the sky there.
I was afraid he might hit the glass. Oh no.
Yeah. I think that was some weird bug with the Janna tornado, and Morgana is gonna come in here.
Oh, the snare just barely tickling the Mundo. The range just nice exceeded the range there. We do see the Saigon Joker's gonna start on Dragons here.
Yep, very nice time for them to do this.
Everyone is low and Alista is back in base and covered. So Mundo, I don't think he can do anything against all four tanks here. It's going to be probably uncontested Dragons for the Saigon Jokers here. So it's not a huge goal advantage for the Saigon Jokers.
Yep, so they are going to be 2k gold in the lead right now. Riven here is way behind Darius in terms of farm, 30 CS behind, and Darius is going to be able to head back, purchase some items. Oh no, he's going to stick around. And Rebecca may be in trouble here. She is already at half health. I think she does have, Darius does have the tools to take her out when she's at half health.
So we do see Darius with triple door runs. 3 is a bit too much for me. Normally when I play, I prefer to pick up 2 at most.
He's gonna go he's going triple Dorans to secure his lead at the start, so he's really focusing on destroying Riven in the early game and giving her the toughest time possible, and that's why he's gonna go for that triple Dorans.
So normally as a top laner, would you pick like teleport, or would you go for more offensive spells like exhaust? Because personally, I like to pick up teleport to help out my team more, because at top lane you're mostly out of the way. But TF in a bit of trouble here.
Very nice snare there.
He's gonna get chained up by that spear, and it looks like it's gonna be a confirmed kill for all the Saigon Jokers here. TF, that was a bad position to be in, and well, you could have dodged. I think he could have dodged that snare a little better.
Yeah, it was from quite far away, so there was a chance for him to dodge it, but at the same time it was a nice snare by Violet, and Alistar here just tanking shots for no reason at all. I don't get what he's doing there.
Just messing around with them.
It's not like he needs that farm, so I don't get why he sticks around there and takes all those shots. But it's definitely not what he should be doing.
It's not worth it.
But he's gonna be able to heal that up pretty easily. So things are pretty much back to normal now. Morgana is just gonna go in there and try to snare Mundo. And she's gonna get hit by the cleaver.
Not gonna work.
Oh, going in straight for Ezreal there. And he managed to arcane shift away from the headbutt.
The headbutt didn't even happen at all there.
Yeah, it didn't connect. Very nice, and those were some really quick reflexes.
If I spend maybe 8 hours a day playing this game, I guess I could get some pretty good reflexes too.
It is possible. I mean, actually it really depends. I've seen some people play this game for more than 8 hours a day and still not pull off stuff like that. So.
Friends of yours?
Not really. Just people that I've seen play the game. Yeah.
So they're giving blue buff to Ezreal this time instead of Morgana. Why the sudden change in giving instead of the AP carry to Ezreal?
I think they may have picked up a blue buff for Morgana already. Wow, we're gonna see Twisted Fate come in here. Melody getting in a bit of trouble, getting very low there, and they're gonna go for the support. Not the best choice for them, but at least it's still a kill.
But if you saw that actually, Ezreal's ulti didn't hit that many people because Jenna pushed them away.
Yeah, he's been having a bit of trouble with landing that ult,
bit of
but
communication
in this
problems.
case it was because of Janna using her ult, so it wasn't really his fault this time. So yeah, we do see that Morgana has that blue buff. I think they may have taken...
Stolen the enemy blue and put them in their own.
Yeah,
for
so that's why
Ezreal.
they've handed
Yeah.
their own blue over to Ezreal, and that's going to give him a nice advantage
Good
against
advantage,
Graves.
really. Ezreal with
He's
blue
going to be
buff.
able to keep spamming those mystic shots.
Yeah, and I like that essence flux on Ezreal really because it's good.
Yeah, a lot of people
counter carry.
underestimate what Essence Flux actually does. It lowers the attack speed of the enemy, so in
And
a
I
one-on-one situation, Ezreal can do pretty well with it.
Recently they also changed it where even if Ezreal shot it out, he get the AS buff too. So
Okay.
that's pretty strong in its way.
So is Zoomin just still maintaining that dominance? in the
Darius still
top lane?
dominating Riven at top, which is something as we said, maybe because it's a new champ and Riven isn't used to it. The farm between Graves and Ezreal is Graves with a 10 creep advantage.
Yep, Graves is still doing very well despite the fact that the rest of his team hasn't been performing quite as well. And it's going to be up to him. In terms of a late game carry, Graves is going to be quite a fair bit stronger than Ezreal. So if he can maintain that farm, he may be able to pull the Manila Eagles back into this game.
And between Ezreal and Graves, I prefer Graves for the team utility. His smoke screen is really useful, you know.
Yep, Graves definitely has a stronger team fight ability. He's got way more AoE burst. He's got the utility from his smoke
I
screen.
think Riven doesn't know that Nocturne is hiding in the brush right there, so that's why Darius is playing really aggressively. But as a pro player, you know that when your opponent is playing really aggressively, a gank could be coming up, so that's why he's playing quite safe and moving back towards the tower here.
Yep, so both teams' junglers are actually hanging around top lane, so they do...
Just take damage.
Wow,
with
he's
power.
tanking that tower for no reason at all. And I think that must have set off an alarm in Rebenga's head. I do hope that Rebenga did realize that that something is amiss. Nobody tanks the tower like that.
But I guess she's gonna be quite confident too, because Mundo is not that far behind. While TF
Well,
does
we're gonna
drop
see
her
Twisted
ultimate.
Fate come in here. Will they be able to catch Nocturne? The cleaver goes down and the
Wow.
shield doesn't even get procced. It was a little bit too far away.
And very anticlimactic at the same time. I was hoping to see an engage there really.
And Twisted Fate just hasn't been able to take advantage of his destiny right here. Janna getting knocked up into the air by Alistar, taking quite a bit of damage from the combo there from Graves and Alistar, but she's still in a relatively safe position.
Like you said, TF's ultimate is really strong for the early to mid-game ganking phase because of his ability to semi-global teleport.
Yeah, it is a semi-global.
Semi-global teleport. So yeah, with like 2 or 3 failed ganks in his pocket now, it's not looking too good for him.
Yeah, they definitely haven't taken advantage of the abilities that Twisted Fate
Wow,
brings
and
to the
Morgana
team.
with a better farm and 1 champion kill over the TF, so TF is losing in lane right now.
And I'm kind of surprised that the mid champion here is having the highest CS. We normally see the AD carries with the
that's right.
highest CS, but it looks like this time the AP mids are going to be leading the way. Wow, a lot of wards over there at that mid.
Yes, that's a
We
lot.
see a pink, 2 pinks, 2 green wards.
So we could be seeing a team fight gonna happen right here. Near Dragons, Ezreal's having a little skirmish with Graves, exchanging a few blows. Nothing concrete gonna happen right here.
And both teams are gathering up. Izumi going straight for that Mundo. Mundo getting a little bit low. Violet flashes over and he's going to get hit by the stun card.
The grievous
And Mundo
wounds on
goes
his
down.
ultimate, really. Yeah. With Mundo's ultimate, you can't see it's a big chunk of the usefulness of his ultimate is taken away.
Yeah.
So now with Mundo down, it looks like it's gonna be a free dragon for Saigon Goldust here.
Yeah, Morgana still has her ulti. She's going to use it on just 1 champion on Twisted
was
Fate
that?
there. And that was a pretty bad Morgana ulti. I
That's
mean,
one
they
thing.
may be in trouble because of because of that. They may have put themselves in a little bit of trouble here. Alistar going to lead the charge with his ulti. Riven goes straight in. Who is she going to choose to focus down? And she's actually not going to be able to do too much damage. There is Izumi just charging straight in there. Are we going to see more than 1 kill? Are we going to see a quadra kill? No, he's actually going to go down there. I think he got a little bit overzealous there. I think he was thinking like, oh man, I'm going to get a quadra kill, going to Noxian guillotine everyone. And in the end, it was just like, splat.
Oh, we're gonna see a counter gank here. stun is gonna go down, but now everybody flashes away to safety, so that's pretty alright. Very nice 4-person stun by Alistair just now. Riven wasn't able to properly follow up because the moment she went, she got exhausted. So
and not to mention the fact that she is very lacking in terms of that damage here. She's only got 2 Dorans and a longsword. And I just found that Darius charging in was really hilarious. He was just like, yes, I'm a man. I'm gonna Noxian guillotine everyone. This is gonna be... Yeah, this is... And then in the end he just got swatted away like a fly. So it was quite funny.
And yeah, Dragons is still up though, so I guess more to come in terms of action right here. The blue bar will be taken away first. I'll probably give to Morgana. And just now we saw the Morgana's ultimate, just only leashing one fella.
Yeah, it was a really bad ultimate. Not only did it just leash one person, that person got away with relative ease. I mean, Twisted Fate just walked out of it practically. So it was a really bad ulti there by Morgana.
Yeah, top lane is totally empty right here, so like I said, it's gonna be a small clash at Dragons here, I think.
Yep, they're gonna try this for this again. There is a ward there for the Manila Eagles, so they do know what's going on here. Solyndra, they're taking a fair amount of burst damage from Ezreal, and Ezreal is gonna go head to head with Graves and actually send Graves back there. He's actually going 2v1 there. Dragon getting very low and it's gonna get stolen by the Manila Eagles. Nice smite there from Mundo, and he's gonna use his ulti to get away. While Archie there fighting 2v1 and he finally gets back up from Janna, and Janna grabs the kill on Graves. And of course Nocturne following up with his own ulti. Gonna go in there and get the kill on Alistar.
So overall the Manila Eagles do get the advantage.
And I think that was like a super long dance that Ezreal was having at the bottom there.
Would you give up 2 hero kills for a dragon?
It's 2 hero kills and they didn't really give it up for a dragon. I mean, the dragon got stolen. It's not like they decided like, hey, we're gonna get the kill.
Just stayed on, right? Yeah.
So in the end it did kind of pan out decently for the Saigon Jokers. Of course, it could have gone better for them. They did lose the dragon, so it was a pretty even exchange if you ask me. Is Zoom in here gonna catch Misery there? Yeah.
So
and he's gonna pop a very early ignite. A little bit of a wasted ignite. I don't think that Mundo was low enough for him to finish him off.
Correct. Mostly I only dropped the ignite when Mundo pops his ultimate really. For it.
Yep, but he still at least drove him back there and prevented him from stealing his red, so it was not a complete loss there.
So Saigon Joker's in the lead right now in terms of gold and turrets. No, they're not really. It's pretty even really. No, except Manila Eagles does have 1 turret more than the Saigon Jokers, but still losing in gold. So gold is, as always, very important in most of these kind of mobile games.
But surprisingly, the lead's only a 2k gold lead, despite the fact that the Saigon Jokers are 8 kills up against 2, so they are 5 kills ahead. Yep, and the dragon did help to put the Manila Eagles back in the game, and we may see a dive here. Ezreal has to be a little bit careful, but the minions are all dead, so they're gonna be able to drive back the push there. And he does have his Phage up, so he's going to be putting down that slow there. And it's going to be quite irritating for everyone to deal with. Yeah. You're going to get hit by the slow, and of course he has that extra damage from Sheen as well.
Right. Not really putting most of the manpower there.
So they're going to go straight in here. 4-man team here at bottom.
But Darius having fun, of course, at top. I think he's going to go for tower exchange. He's got something pushing. He's going to back.
Yep, and it's not going to be a good exchange if Darius manages to grab a 2nd tier tower.
But luckily, no TF picks up.
Twisted Fate going in here. He may find himself in a little bit of trouble. The apprehend goes down, and we're just going to see him back off. He doesn't have enough damage to kill Twisted Fate.
Neither has Twisted Fate have enough damage for Darius right here. So mid tower might go down to Saigon Jokers here. No, I think it is going to go down to them.
So a nice free turret that, like I said, when Twisted Fate leaves his lane, Morgana will punish him for it, and she just did that very nicely there, keeping up the pressure on all lanes. The Saigon Jokers have been doing a good job in every lane basically. But in terms of towers, they are even. So I think that was what was helping them equalize the goal lead there. The fact that the Manila Eagles have been able to grab towers pretty effectively. Though they've been behind on kills, they are equal on towers, and those towers do offer a lot of global gold. And there are some pings going down around the Baron area.
Alistair doesn't know that ward is there. He might be in a bit of trouble if they decide to go for it right here.
Yeah, but obviously he's...
That's it. Wow, there's a big chunk of damage on the snare.
Wow, he missed the apprehend there, I think. And he's gonna just flash and be pretty safe.
I think if his ultimate stay on, he could have survived. But yeah, better not play, risky.
Oh yeah, it was definitely safer for him to back up. I mean, if Alistar died in that situation, it would have opened up the possibility for a Baron for the Saigon Jokers. So you definitely don't want to die pointlessly in this kind of late game situation.
Speaking about Barons, I like the new change on him too, the whole animation thing.
Yeah, he does spot
he really makes
a
me
pretty...
feel, it's like a real worm now, biting and spitting and all that.
It's got a sleek new look. So Twisted Fate here with the blue buff, able to put up quite a fair bit of pressure. He's going to keep tossing those wild cards, and I'm sure that that must be really irritating for the Saigon Jokers.
A lot of dodging and running around. Shouldn't be a problem,
Archie there trying to respond in kind with his own mystic shots, but obviously his a little bit less potent. They only land on a single person rather than, unlike the wild cards.
So yeah, I guess it's gonna go to Morgana.
Yep, they're gonna pick up another blue buff for Morgana. That's gonna help them push the lanes. A little bit of lack of pressure on the lanes right now from both teams.
Oh, very nice. I do see an Oracle's going down on Nocturne here. I always enjoy seeing Oracles being brought on the jungler instead as the support, because most of the time when you're ganking, you want to know whether they can see you there or not. Let's do it. He's going to clear most of the wards already. No Oracles yet from the Manila Eagles, so there might be some map dominance switching over to the Saigon Jokers if they start picking up wards.
Yeah, if they do start taking out those wards, they're going to be able to... Oh, they do see...
Now Mundo
has got the Oracles now, so they're going to be swapping wards here. I think they're just going to keep clearing each other's wards, and Alistar is going to come in here to help, lend a helping hand.
Nocturne and Mundo are like, hey man, here's 25 gold. Hey, here's another 25 gold.
Yep, good goal, extra goal for them and help pay back that... that investment in the Oracle. So they do know where each other they know where the two junglers are right now.
Yeah, but,
and they're gonna try to go in here and cut them off. The Manila Eagles are in a little bit of a bad position. They may get pincered here.
Yeah, I think they are waiting for dragons to spawn in less than about 30 seconds here. It has spawned out, so there's gonna be a skirmish. TF as usual, running up front, throwing the cards, but he should be careful of the Morgana snare.
Yeah, we did see Dark Binding missing there, so he's going to be a little bit free to move around for the next couple of seconds or so. Izumin here and Rebenga head to head, the two top lane champions.
Darius in a very strange position on the other side, isolated from everybody else. I think he's going to go in from the back.
He should come around and be on the side of his team, because if he's dead, nobody can support him. I don't understand his positioning at all right now. If they do decide to jump on him, he's going to be in big trouble, and exactly as I was saying, he's going to be in there by himself. Egg goes in there to help him out, and there's just poor communication with the Saigon Jokers there. Some of them going in, some of them going out. Violet getting burst down there, and just really nice play there by the Manila Eagles, taking complete advantage of the ruckus that was going on in the Saigon Jokers team. So you see Darius is like, I'm getting the hell out of here, and Nocturne's like, I'm going in there, guys. And it's just complete and utter confusion on the Saigon Jokers.
It's just a little game of tag team for them. Like, hey man, just take my place.
Yeah, it was like a wrestling match. It's like, Tap, you're going in there for the punishment, man. I'm getting out of here.
I'm getting out of there. No, I'm not staying in there. But yeah, one by one, dying, and the free dragons for Manila.
And yeah, that was basically just the team not knowing what they wanted to do. on the one hand, one member of the team was trying to engage, and on the other hand, the other guy was booking his way out of there, just
I think
running
it's a
for his
false-
life.
It's a false sense of security by Darius there because he thought the place wasn't warded.
I mean, whether or not it was warded, it was a really bad position to be in.
Regardless, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, he was separated from his team, and just as I said that he could be, his bad positioning could be taken advantage of, they did that. They saw that he was away from his team. There was no easy way for his team to reach him and help him out. So they took advantage of that, and that was exactly what won them that battle in the Dragon.
And because of that, now Manila Eagles has been able to catch up in terms of goal, a little bit with champion kills, but more importantly, the goal gap has been closed up.
Yep, so it is going to be...
In fact, they have taken over with a 500 goal advantage on the Manila Eagles here.
Yep. And it's going to be just a small gap here for the Manila Eagles. You're saying, no, the Saigon Jokers are still in the lead.
Oh, they're still
Yeah, they're still in the lead. So 37.6 is a bigger number than 37. Yeah, just basic maths there.
Basic maths, sometimes you lose track of it, Where have my primary school days gone, I don't know, but as long as I can...
Yeah, those decimals, they can be confusing. So Mundo there is gonna take out the ward at Baron, and we may just see a Baron attempt here. No, I don't think. Actually, I take that back. There's very little chance of them either team going for the Baron, because right now they are just so even. And unless an opportunity pops up, they should not be contesting it. I don't think either of them has a specific, or rather a large advantage when it comes to team fights. Both of them, both teams are pretty even in terms of the team fight right now. So, but they are going to be gathering around the Dragon there, and the ward from the Manila Eagles is going to spot them. And we're gonna see them slowly moving towards it. Graves is caught all the way at the bottom there, so he's in a pretty bad position.
That Umbra Blaze managed to get an aggro from Barons there. So.
Yeah, egg there.
Oh no, Norton, you're in a bit of trouble here. Why didn't you on a spell shield? Okay, never mind.
He's gonna pop that spell shield at the It was basically like completely pointless. Wow, that spell shield. Oh well, I mean, better late.
Yeah,
actually,
better,
no, not better late. This is one of the times where it's not better late than never. He just should not have used it at all.
Maybe a bit of panicking here and there,
Yeah, so Graves is gonna head over to the enemy blue, to Saigon Joker's blue buff, and he does grab it. Very quickly. So a nice move there. That's gonna help ease up some of the pressure in the lanes. Mundo just going where he pleases and clearing all of those wards.
About 80 carry abilities.
And the Saigon Jokers are actually being pressured in all lanes here. They have top lane going in there, but the tower will be able to take care of that lane. We do. See Twisted Fate able to clear that up as well. He's pretty nearby. And wow, Solyndra gonna take the risk of going back home there and leave his team without his help for a little while. But on the other hand, Janna is back at base, so I don't think they're gonna be able to take too much advantage of that.
So if you look at AD carries here, Graves against Ezreal. Graves obviously with the better item matchup right here now, because as you can see, Ezreal hasn't picked up his Trinity Force yet. While Graves does have the Infy.
Ezreal went and chose. Wow, Egg is gonna get jumped on here. Once again, activating the shield a little bit late. Gonna flash away to get away from the Twisted Fate gate. And I think there was a little bit of a panic there. Wow.
I think that TF ulti along with Nocturne ulti going on at the same time just caused a lot of panic around. So what are they gonna start Barons here? I don't know. Is it worth to contest it with Morgana's?
If Morgana chooses to go home here, it's gonna be a very, very bad move. Will she port back? No, she's not. Not gonna port back, and Baron is already down to half health. We're definitely gonna see an engage here.
Morgana with the ultimate and flash up is gonna be very scary for the team right here. It's gonna be very useful engaging.
And here she goes straight in there with the ult. We do see Graves' ulti going down as well. And wow, Morgana goes down first. Alistar goes down as well, but he's only a support, and Benga, they're getting very low on health.
I feel like the Riven has been playing really flat this whole game and not really giving that good impact that most Rivens do with that huge amount of CC.
And Izumin's just immediately after.
Back from the dead. I can finish his sentence taken off, you know.
Balls is just way too tanky, and Corki doesn't have his. Corki doesn't have the, what do you call it? The last whisper up yet. Whisper, yeah, so that's why he can't take out Alistar without that last whisper. He chose to go for Guardian Angel instead, and that really does help him in terms of defensive abilities, but because of that he hasn't been able to kill Alistar quick enough.
Yeah. You can see TPA has a lot of over-the-wall kind of pokes that is really holding SGS back.
Yeah, that's right. They've got so much poke ability from Anivia
I would say, yeah. If not for the Anivia, I would say the first Baron's buff would have easily got them to SGS's side.
Yeah, that was all Anivia there.
Yeah.
And both teams here are doing so well. I mean, Kailing as Malphite has been getting people off guard, and that has really been helping the team.
Beautiful engages on always the right targets. Never missing a single time.
Yep, he has yet to miss.
But this is after all tournament match, so missing such a crucial spell like that could be quite embarrassing.
It would be. I mean, but it's not unthinkable though. If somebody manages to flash away, it would.
Yeah, that is true. I'll tumble away for that matter.
Yeah. So right now things are kind of gonna culminate in a Baron fight.
Yeah,
the Baron
30
will be up in
seconds.
30 seconds.
Less than that, I think 15.
Oh, I
now.
like what the Singapore Sentinels are doing here. They're gonna try to go for a base rush as the Taipei Assassins attempt to take Baron. And Malphite is gonna lead the way there. He's gonna teleport. Oh, there's no vision.
Oh, that is
there's no vision there for the Taipei Assassins.
Smart of TPA to go by their base route and not through the brush, the forest route.
Yeah, they definitely don't want to walk through the jungle there.
Mundo here, spotting out the
Mundo is
Alistair
gonna catch
control.
Alistair
Yep.
with the briefcase.
So many people.
Oh my goodness, things are so crazy right
Things
now.
are heating up, especially with the Mundo and the on fire.
Wow, this Alistair is just so unstoppable.
Yeah.
He can just go in there as and when he pleases.
And walk out.
Not worried, not in the least bit worried there.
Yeah, can you check out Alistair's health pool?
I think he must be sitting at least
4K.
2,000 health.
3K,
3,000
3.3K
health, wow.
with 200 armor and 150 magic resist.
He is a beast.
Yep.
He is unstoppable. Alistair is just carrying the team to victory here. Who would have thought that Alistair is just
Yeah.
I mean, would be this tanky? He's just insanely tanky right now.
Oh, look at that little balls.
Look at those little balls.
I just realized that sounded wrong after saying it.
Oh my, this is insane. This
Oh my
match
God.
is just crazy all the way. 41 minutes of crazy.
Yeah, and here they're just probably gonna contest for Barons once
The
again.
last whisper is up on Corky.
Yep.
He's gonna be making a big difference.
He might be able to shred Alistair for once in this game.
Yep, it's gonna allow him to actually deal damage to Alistair. Prior to this, he wasn't able to do anything to him at all.
Oh, start
Alistair
with
gonna
Hallelujah.
choose to engage here, jumping on Hallelujah. He's Mundo though.
I
don't know.
don't think they are actually planning for engage. If they were, Alistair wouldn't really be going for Mundo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. At this point, they may try to catch anyone off guard.
Actually, I think their Alistair strategy might be to bait the opponents into coming to fight them. Because TPA does have a more defensive kind of team.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. They have the Cassiopeia works best when the enemy is trying to engage on you.
Yeah, and not to mention they do have the Anivia who can just throw down a slow and just impede everyone who's trying to run through to stop the team.
So once again, the Singapore Sentinels are gonna go over to the bottom lane, gonna maybe try to take the inhibitor before TPA is able to respond.
Run through sneaky round 2, and will they be able to do it? Alistair here alone with Janna.
Ooh, Alistair's gotta watch his positioning
Oh,
there. He's
ward
gonna
being
pop a
put down.
ward down there.
Good positioning of Ward though, and Kaing just gonna retreat here. Kinda in the Ward's range, so if it's a smart idea, I'm not too sure. But now TPA knows that SGS is just gonna go on the retreat first and probably recover items and go for Baron. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they're gonna go do a little dance at Baron
Honestly,
again.
yeah,
It's gonna be like this. Yeah,
Just
this,
waltz around the worm dude.
yep, the waltz around the worm dude.
Yeah, worm dude.
It's crazy right now. I'm like at some points of this match, I'm completely speechless as to what's going on because there's just way too much action. And you know, look at this. They're gonna go for Baron again. Corky's gonna try to pick up that red buff, and that's gonna make him a little bit late to join the fight here. It may be a big problem.
Yeah,
Let's
man,
see.
Equivoker here just trying to slow down their Baron Ascent by throwing down a few wards here and there.
The bottom lane is pushing though.
Mm-hmm.
And if it
But-
does push, they could take down the inhibitor with the help of the minions. That would be a very big problem for
Yep.
TPA. And I think taking down that inhibitor at the start was a huge advantage there
Yeah,
for.
it's not for that, they wouldn't. I don't think they would be able to do this well so far.
No, they would not be able to do this if it were not for that bottom inhibitor going down.
Oh, Janna here getting poked a little bit by Mundo, throwing briefcase and stuff.
Yep, but he's got that shield to keep himself.
Nope,
Nice
not
and
really.
stiff.
He's getting poked quite a bit.
Yeah, and at this point, whichever side gets poked down,
Yeah, we'll
too
lose
much
Barons.
is gonna lose the fight. Yeah.
Yeah. But honestly, the Baron waltz.
Yeah, this
Might
this
take a
dance,
while.
this little
Yeah.
flamenco. Oh my goodness.
Not even taking any damage from a Gragas with around 500 HP.
Look at little balls. He just doesn't get hurt.
Yeah,
Period.
it's like I don't give a crap about anything. I'm just gonna walk anywhere. Like
Yep.
he's pleasier than Mundo.
Whoa, hallelujah, he may get caught off guard, he's gonna get caught here. He doesn't have any kind of escape though, and he's popped his ulti and down he goes. Malphite goes in as well. He's gonna use his ult, but I don't think he caught any of the prime targets. Stan Lee there, able to just burst down everyone from behind, and I think that TPA here is gonna be way ahead after this fight. They may be even able to finish this game if they take out Darkness as well.
No, what a... Oh, and now TPA is definitely on the chart right now. What do you expect from a losing side of 4K loss to 4K leading?
Wow, this match is just going up and down, left and
Yeah.
right. The bottom inhibitor may go down though.
And now SGS, all they are hoping for is just for it to go up
Wow,
and
they're
down
gonna try to
one more
pop that
time.
Shirelias and try to catch Darkness. Darkness gonna get some poke there from Cassiopeia.
Does have that magic resist.
And I think it may just be a trade of inhibitors that they
Yeah.
did manage to get the bottom inhibitor. Oh no,
I
not
don't
yet.
think so. Just a bit more. Will they be able to take it out? I'm not too sure.
I think it
At
will
the start-
go down before anyone manages to reach.
And they are just gonna swing to Baron now.
I don't think that they have...
Yes, they are gonna.
Oh,
swing
they
Baron.
have enough time to take down Baron actually. And this is going to give TPA an even bigger advantage than they had before. And Cassiopeia just may be able to reach in time to save this.
I will save
Oh
you,
no!
inhibitor. Yes, an inhibitor goes down, but they will take the Baron over here.
Hallelujah tries to rush in there and try to salvage
Oh
the
my
situation, but he does get taken out.
James
And oh my, that
Oh, Baron.
almost stealing.
I am. Okay,
I'm-
my jaws are on the moon right now.
I know. I'm
It-
like,
it just pierced through China, took a rocket up to space, and appeared on the moon. That is where my jaws are right now.
and Taipei, I mean, they are playing at the top of their game right now.
They're like, do not underestimate these opponents. I'm gonna play to what I can really do best. Like this is the pinnacle of challenges for TP, I would say.
TPA, their team comp in the late game is really strong, really.
Mhm.
I mean,
so much sustained damage from
look at
Mundo.
Alistar, he's
Yeah.
picked up a Zeal.
And despite how tanky Mundo is, did you see how fast he got shredded by Bane?
I mean, that's the thing about Vayne. In the late game,
She is. Yeah,
nothing can counter her true damage.
She's a destroyer of
Things.
life. Yeah,
She's a shredder.
shredder.
Vayne is a shredder. She's just gonna cut through anything like a hot knife through butter.
And now they will be able to take a free dragon here. The dragon dude will go down very soon.
Yep, there
dragon
it
dude has
goes.
been taken out.
And right now there is a 10,000 gold lead for the Taipei
This is
Assassin.
one of those rare games where we see the goal on one side being able to hit above 75k.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen a match where the goal has gone this high
The
before.
only one we watched was the Kuala Lumpur versus BKT, was it? That
I
they
think
had
that was
100k?
KL against the Saigon
Or
Jokers.
Saigon Jokers,
yeah.
yes. They had a 100k goal on both sides.
That was
Yeah.
insane, and this is as well.
This will turn out to be one of those games of who has the better late game.
This is one of the matches to remember. I don't think I've seen a match this insane for a long time. And I think this is the reason why you tune into the GPL for matches like this.
Yep. And to all you American viewers out there, there are a few, right?
I think there may be a couple
Hi,
of them.
welcome to Southeast Asia server.
Hallelujah, just gonna farm up that top lane there.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, TPA has complete control of the map.
Yep, they're just gonna run into the opponent's side.
They've got wards everywhere.
Yeah.
They're gonna put pressure on the bot lane here. Darkness gonna come in here, throw his barrel, clear up some of those minions, but it's not gonna help at all.
Bad Baron's buff. They will, SGS will have to defend this tower or they will be in a really bad shape.
I don't know if they can do this. This is
Yeah.
gonna be really difficult for them.
He has the Baron's buff. Baron buff. And
Anivia just with that Flash Frost and the range on her Flash Frost and her wall make her so deadly in these late
Yeah.
game team fights. She can just
she can be in the fight without being in the fight. You
That's
get what
right.
I mean.
just look at that wall and her ulti. It just denies so much area. Add on to that the fact that she's got her Athene's Unholy Grail, giving her nearly limitless mana. Giving her nearly limitless mana. Wow, Stanley making a big mistake there. He did not want to go down there.
What they need to do is to take out Bebe right now.
It's a 3v4 fight and BB is gonna be the one carrying them with that Guardian Angel still up. He's got that red buff as well. They've taken out 2 inhibitors. They can decide to play it safe and take down the top turret, or they can go for the finish here. Darkness finds himself walled up. Wow, he's gonna get caught there. He's got his Zonias though, and Kai Ling goes down. And I think this is gonna be it. TPA for the win here. They're gonna take down this turret. The Nexus turret goes down, and the action is just not stopping.
Yep, and you can see Choi trying his best to defend his base, but Anivia is just gonna say, no, I'm gonna keep you at bay. Throw down a wall, no Valkyrie, Choi gets taken out.
And TPA with the win here, gonna take down the Nexus. And
my god.
From what seemed to be a game that was
SGS.
in SGS's hands, TPA comes out ahead. And if there was any team that was,
any team that stood a chance against SGS's
Yeah.
onslaught, it is TPA.
I mean, TPA just making a name for themselves.